Hey guys, 22 Plinkster here. It's going to be arts and crafts time today. A lot of you know that it is unsafe to dry fire a 22 long rifle. Some of the modern 22 pistols, it says in the manual that you can dry fire it. But old pistols such as this Ruger Mark I, and also the Mark II and the 1022, and a lot of lever guns and bolt action 22 long rifles that are on the market, or some stuff that you may have inherited or you love to shoot, it is not safe for you to dry fire those firearms. The reason being is when that striker hits the barrel, it can either wear down the striker or damage the barrel, put a little burr on the barrel. This will cause major misfires and malfunctions with your pistol or rifle that you may be using. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to make some dummy rounds for a 22 long rifle where you can safely dry fire it. First, what you need, I prefer using a 40 grain lead round nose bullet in doing this. Now you can use anything you want to, but I prefer lead, and you'll see why here in just a moment. The first thing you want to do is get you a 223 casing, a spent 223 casing, aka 22 long rifle bullet puller, and you want to insert the 223 casing over just the bullet part of the 22 long rifle. And what you're going to want to do is just go back and forth real light, okay? And then you go up and down a few times. You're not going to want to do this very hard because you're going to end up messing up the casing and messing up the bullet. Okay? Just be really easy with it. Okay. Eventually we'll pop out. Once you have that, we'll put this powder right over here. Get that powder out of the way. And you're going to have a 22 40 grain long rifle bullet. Okay. Right here you have the casing. All right. Now this primer is still hot. All right. So what you're going to have to do is load this primer up in whatever you want to use, a pistol or rifle, whatever have you, and go outside and fire that primer off. I'm going to go outside and do that right now. All right, I'm back. Here is the primer with the casing. You can see where the striker hit the primer. So this is pretty much just a piece of brass right now. This, what you're going to do now, you're going to take this bullet like so that you've already pulled out and stick it back in the casing. Okay, you're not going to be able just to push this back in because you never fired the bullet out of this casing. So it's going to be very tight. This is what I have, this little screwdriver. Well, it's not a little screwdriver, it's a big screwdriver with the plastic end. Set it up like so. Give it some taps. Now this bullet, it's going to try to go left, right, up and down. Once you get it started, it should be all right though. Okay, that's better. All right. As you see on this bullet, if I can get the camera to focus, there are overlaps of lead on this casing. All right, what you're going to have to do, you take your 223 casing, spent casing, aka 22 bullet puller. Now it's going to be a bullet shaver. Put the bullet upside down and start shaving that excess lead where it's going to be a smooth fit all the way around that casing. Depending on how straight you put the bullet back into the casing, it's going to be how much shaving that you're actually going to have to do here. So once you do all that, this is what you end up with. See if I can get the camera to focus. You want to have a very shiny bullet. Okay? Now, I'm going to load it up here in the magazine. And of course, use all safety rules. Don't, dry fire at pets or anything like that. And when you first put it in, go slowly to make sure it's going to fit in there. Okay, it's a little tight, so I'm going to go ahead and pull it back out. Do a little bit more shaving. Okay, it should be better. Perfect. All right, dry fire it. Boom. Alright, now you can see where the primer, where the strikers actually hit that primer a couple of times now. Alright, once you do that, and you've made up about 10 of them, you can get pretty quick at doing them. I've already made up 3. It usually takes about 2 or 3 minutes to do them. Now I would suggest you take a black Sharpie or something and mark on the back ends of these primers. That way you can identify that these are your practice dummy rounds where you can actually dry fire. So you can load 3 of them up, and I suggest get about 10 of them. Load your magazine up, chamber in there, should fit nice and smooth. Dry fire it, empty it out, take your aim, dry fire. Dry fire again. That is how you can safely make your own dummy rounds for the .22 long rifle. I hope this video has been informative. Thank you very much for watching. Y'all be safe and keep plinking.